Signs that God is about to bless you greatly. Before God grants you a great blessing, He often sends clear signs. However, many people fail to recognize them and feel discouraged, thinking their prayers have gone unanswered. In reality, God is preparing you for something far greater. Take the story of Joseph in the Bible as an example. He had big dreams, but before they came true, his life seemed to fall apart. He was sold into slavery by his own brothers, falsely accused, and thrown into prison. No one would have thought these hardships were signs of a coming blessing. But in truth, every difficulty he faced was God's way of preparing him for the position of power He had destined for him. The same could be happening in your life. Before God does something great for you, there may be trials, sudden changes, or an unexplainable feeling of unease. Sometimes He closes doors, removes unnecessary relationships, or places you in challenging situations. Do not be discouraged. These are signs that God is at work. Trust in His plan even when you cannot see the results. In due time, everything will be revealed, and you will realize that every trial had a purpose. Joseph's story is a powerful testimony of how God prepares His people before blessing them. He had great dreams about his future, but the path to fulfilling those dreams was not easy. Before God's promises came to pass, Joseph's life seemed to fall apart. Once cherished by his father, Joseph was suddenly betrayed and sold into slavery by his jealous brothers. This might have seemed like an unjust tragedy, but it was actually the first step in God's divine plan. Later, despite his faithfulness in Potiphar's house, he was falsely accused and imprisoned. At that moment, his life seemed to be at a dead end. However, Joseph did not realize that every challenge was shaping him for something greater. Had Joseph not been sold into slavery, he would not have arrived in Egypt. If he had not been imprisoned, he would not have met Pharaoh's officials. And if he had not interpreted Pharaoh's dream, he would never have become the prime minister who saved an entire nation from famine. Every hardship he endured was part of God's perfect plan. This could also be true in your life. Sometimes the struggles you face seem unfair, painful, or like failures. But remember, God is working even in your darkest moments. He has not abandoned you. He is preparing you for something better. Keep trusting, persevering, and believing in His plan, because one day, you will see that every trial you endured had a purpose. Signs that God is preparing you for a great blessing. Before God does something great in your life, He often reveals clear signs. If you are waiting for a breakthrough, pay attention to these signs. They could be evidence that God is preparing you for something extraordinary. 1. Facing great challenges before a breakthrough. One of the clearest signs is encountering trials, hardships, or obstacles. Sometimes, the enemy tries to stop you because he knows God is about to do something great in your life. Instead of feeling discouraged, view these challenges as opportunities for your faith to grow. Open book James 1 verses 2-3. Consider it pure joy whenever you face trials, because the testing of your faith produces perseverance. 2. God removes certain relationships from your life. Not everyone can go where God is taking you. Sometimes, He will remove people who are not meant to be part of your journey or close doors that no longer serve His purpose. This may be painful or confusing, but remember, God is protecting and preparing you for something better. Even Jesus withdrew to be alone before major moments in His ministry. 3. A feeling of spiritual restlessness. You may sense that something is shifting but cannot explain it. The things that once excited you no longer hold the same appeal. Instead, you feel drawn to seek God more, pray more, and go deeper in faith. This is a sign that God is preparing to do something new in your life. Open book Isaiah 43 verse 19. See, I am doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? For unexpected doors begin to open. You start receiving opportunities you never asked for. Doors open effortlessly, and things align in ways you never imagined. This is a clear sign that God is leading you into His divine plan. Open book Proverbs 3 verses 5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. If you recognize these signs in your life, take heart. God is at work and preparing you for a great blessing. Keep trusting Him because the best is yet to come. God is preparing you for something great. If you are experiencing challenges, losses, or an unexplainable shift in your life, do not fear. These could be signs that God is working behind the scenes to prepare you for something far greater. 1. Trust in God's plan. We often worry when we cannot see the full picture of our lives. But God has a perfect plan, even when we do not understand it. Remember that Joseph faced dark days before he became Egypt's ruler. The trials you face today may be the very steps leading you into the great things God has prepared for you. 2. Do not be discouraged when doors close. When a door closes, it may not be rejection. It may be protection. God shuts the wrong doors to lead you toward the right ones. Even Jesus faced seasons of isolation and testing before stepping into His powerful ministry. 3. Hold on to your faith. Even if you do not see immediate results, keep praying and trusting in God. He is working behind the scenes to prepare the best for you. When the right time comes, you will look back and realize that every trial had a purpose and helped shape you into who God intended you to be. Stay faithful because the best is yet to come.